Hi everyone, welcome back to another round of crochet goodness. Today's project uses a worsted weight yarn. I'm using this one called Lily Sugar and Cream by Yarnspirations. If you are new to this channel, hello, my name is Kath and I do crochet tutorials. You can follow me on Instagram as well as my Facebook page at What About Yarn. And if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Alright, so starting off with a slip knot. I'm using a 4mm crochet hook, by the way. From here, we will work up a total of 13 chains. Now, once you have 13 chains, in the 5th chain from the hook, we're going to work up 3 stitches in there. And those 3 stitches is a puff stitch, a chain of 1, and another puff stitch, all in that very same chain. Yes, so to work a puff stitch, you're going to yarn over and insert the hook into the 5th chain. Now grab the yarn and pull up a loop, and you'll need to pull the loop just a little bit higher, so maybe 1 centimeter long. We have now 3 loops on the hook. Again, you're going to yarn over, insert the hook back into that chain, and grab the yarn from the back, pull up a 1 centimeter loop. Now you're going to hold these loops in place using your other finger, and again you're going to yarn over and insert the hook back into that same chain. Grab the yarn and pull up a 1 centimeter loop. Hold that in place, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through all of those loops on your hook. Now to close this stitch, you're going to chain 1, and that is our puff stitch. Okay, so chain 1. That is the 2nd stitch, and again back into that very same chain, you're going to work another puff stitch. So again, puff stitch, yarn over and insert the hook back into the chain. Grab the yarn and pull up a 1 centimeter loop. We have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, insert the hook back into the chain, grab the yarn and pull up a loop, a 1 centimeter loop. Hold that in place. And do that one more time. And finally, you're going to yarn over and pull through all of those loops on your hook. And chain 1 to close that stitch. So we have 3 stitches in total into the 5th chain. Now after this, we're going to skip 2 chains. 1 and 2, and we're going to work a double crochet into the next chain. So to work a double crochet, you're going to yarn over and insert the hook back into that chain. Grab the yarn and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook, and that is a double crochet. After this, we're going to skip 2 stitches. And again, on the next stitch, we will repeat the same 3 stitches just like what we did here. So puff stitch, chain 1, and another puff stitch into that chain, okay? Chain 1 to close that stitch, And this is how it currently looks like. So we have here a remaining of 2 chains. We will skip the next stitch, and on the very last stitch we will work up a double crochet. So this is row 1 of this project. After this, we will chain 3. Chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet or 1 stitch. Turn your work, and from here we will repeat the same pattern: puff, chain 1 and puff into the center chain 1 space that you can see here. So it's very simple. So just remember that from here on we will be working our stitches into the center chain 1 space. So from here, work a puff stitch into the center chain 1 space. Chain 1 to close that stitch, and again work another chain of 1, and back into that center chain 1 space we will work another puff stitch. And there you have our first puff, chain 1 and puff. Now moving on to the next part, we're going to work up a double crochet into the double crochet stitch from below. And then we will repeat the same pattern: puff, chain 1 and puff into the next center chain 1 space. And finally, at the end, we have here the turning chain 3. Now in the top chain, or the third chain, we're going to work up a double crochet stitch. And that is the end of row 2. Now from here, we will just repeat this pattern, which is a puff, chain 1 and puff into the center chain 1 space of this row, as well as into the double crochet stitch in the middle part. So don't forget, this will be the pattern that you will keep on working until your project is long enough to wrap around your head. Now in my case, I will be working up a total of 35 rows, and my head circumference is 21 inches. Now as you can see here, I have my finished panel. Now we're going to connect both of the ends together using a slip stitch. To work up a slip stitch, you're just going to insert the hook into the other loop of the other end of the panel. Grab the yarn and pull up a loop all the way to the loop that is in front of your project. Work that all the way until you get to the end of your sides. And finally, chain 1 to close the slip stitches. Fasten off, cut the yarn, and weave in all of the ends. And that marks the end of this tutorial. Friends, thank you so much for watching this video. If you will make this project, please don't forget to tag me on social media at whataboutyarn. And if you have any comments, questions, or violent reactions, please write them down below and I will do my best to answer them. Enter this week's giveaway by answering the question below. Thank you so much guys for watching, and as always, have a good day. I'll see you on the next video.